This is my first official U.N.I.A meeting.
Welcome.
I continue by reciting this poem, Marcus Garvey, entitled The New Day. The Negro slept 1,000 years while the white men moved along, and so he sheds his bitter tears as white men sing their song. Another day has just begun for white and black alike. The white man greets it with his gun. Will the Negroes ever strike?
One more time, the president said.
Yes. The Negro slept 1,000 years while the white men moved along, and so he sheds his bitter tears as white men sing their song. Another day has just begun for the white and black alike. The white man greets it with his gun. Will the Negroes ever strike?
Well done, Mr. Garvey. Mr. Garvey.
We're going to look at a number of Garvey's poems, and I want you to think on them. And I want you to think on the words that he wrote, some of them almost 100 years ago.
Very relevant.
And the subject he was speaking to. Garvey wrote this particular poem after he had gone into self-imposed exile from Jamaica. He had his home, his offices, his businesses stripped from him as a result of a case brought against the U.N.I.A., not even him personally. At a time when he had just begun his family, his children were in diapers. And this country betrayed him. Corrupt judges gave extraordinary rulings against him. Bailiffs sent to his homes to confiscate his things, something that can be very devastating to any young man with a family to support. And so by 35 he had had enough, took his wife and his 2 sons, and he moved to London. Sad story. It was from London that this country had to retrieve his body to intern him at what became now our National Heroes Park. Never Garvey's wish. But it's so funny how we slay our prophets time and time again and claim them after, commercialize them after. Everybody's on the bandwagon. I laugh to myself sometimes at Garvey functions and say, thinking to myself, if Mr. Garvey were here, just how many of these people would have been on his side? Or how many of them resemble and sound like and have the posture of those same people who were his enemies, who defamed him, who tried to smear his character, who lobbied against him and advocated for his destruction out of fear of the black man accomplishing what he will. We strive on, and one of the ways we honor our founder is to make sure the institutions and organizations that he founded do not die and do not become relics or just words in a history book. So to all the learned ones out there talking about the U.N.I.A. in the past tense, let me say into the camera there, big up brother Big Stone, wake up. The U.N.I.A. was, is, and will forever be until the African empire rises. That's what Garvey says. All right. At this time, and let me invite him to come and bring greetings. We attended a function, I believe, last week and made presentations. Presentations were made to Fred Lux, the mother Samad, Paul Elliott and others. It was actually Paul Elliott's 5th album launch. So let me invite him to pass the camera to someone else and just come up and say a few words of greetings. Brother Claude Sinclair is here after inviting him for so long. He's here 2015. Give him a round of applause. Welcome, Big Stone.